Hi, welcome to Rate My Gadget, and I'm going to show you how to replace or fix a tap that is leaking, in this case in the bathroom, but it's very similar for the kitchen as well. So let me show you how. So first things first, this tap that I'm replacing here has become an issue because it's leaking from the internal body of the tap. So the first thing you want to do, and I'll do the video as if I'm replacing it, but it's the same as fixing the tap, is I'll show you what the components are that make up the water coming into the tap. And this is a mixer tap. So this means that you can get hot and cold from the same tap, which many of them are today. So I'll show you how the tap is assembled so that you can then consider where potentially the leak is coming from and just replace that part, or if need be, follow this video and replace the whole tap itself. Okay, so let me show you the parts of it. So excuse the dirt in the sink, but this is it. So this is the tap, and what you've got is you'll have two flexi hoses that go into the bottom of the body of the tap, and then these will clamp onto your water coming in. So let me show you. So here at the back somewhere, if it's built in, hold on. So see this pipe coming down, this here is been isolated, so it's horizontal, and I'll show you a bit of that later on, how to do that. But what happens is this was clamped onto those flexi hoses. Okay, so the reason I'm showing you this is because you might need to understand where the leak is coming from. So if the leak is coming from this side of the tap, so from this isolator, so if you have a look, you'll see something which will have either an isolation like this, or it'll have like a tap, like it'll have a red or a black tap that you can kind of isolate. If the leak is coming from this side, then you can replace it. If it's coming from the other side, it becomes a bit difficult. You need to isolate the system. I won't be showing you that today. But let's just say it's coming from this side. It could be coming from this connection in here. So if I just show you, these screw into the body of the tap. This here is the flexi hose that clamps into the bottom and then goes into the tap. Goes into the tap at the top. Now it might be, just want to check these rubber seals, that's where it could be leaking. So it could be coming past there, so you maybe need to tighten this up, and you can just put a small size spanner on the bottom. If however it's coming from the flexi hose itself, then you'll need to replace that. Links of the new flexi hoses are in the comments below. So that could be where your first leak is. Okay. If it's coming from the body of the tap itself, and you don't think it's coming from the flexi hose, then unfortunately you're going to have to buy a new tap. The one I'm replacing it with, I'll show you how to do that in terms of fitting a new tap. Okay. So those are the easy ones. If you're finding it's leaking from this nut bit here, you might want to put some PTFE tape around it, undo it, obviously isolate it, undo it, then do it back up. Right, let me show you how I got to here, taking this tap out so that you know how to replace it or fix it. Okay? First things first, you need to isolate and identify which one is the hot and the cold. Okay, so you should be able to do that by the side of the tap that it comes into. Usually the cold will come into the right hand side and the hot will come into the left hand side. Okay, you need to isolate this here, put a flat screwdriver in there, turn it, isolate, check it's isolated by then turning on the tap before you do any disassembly. Okay, and then once you've turned on the tap and there's no water coming out of it, both hot and cold, you're then ready to take the tap away. So when you do disconnect these pipes off the tap, you might have some residue water, so just get a little jug. Once you've undone these flexi hoses, put the flexi hose in here and have the tap open, so that even though this is isolated and you think most of the water is out of the tap, you might have a little bit. So just have one of these ready. Now taps have two types of connections. So on the bottom of the tap itself, if I just show you, you might have two threaded bits in here. And what that does, I'll show you, is if you have a look on the underside, you may see something like this. So this is the underside of the tap. So there's the tap that goes in there.
and I've taken for ease that you can see, and what you'll find is that you might have these two bars here, okay, and what these bars will be clamped onto is like a plate. So that nut that you've got under there, you want to undo that. Now for the ease of me showing you, I've already taken this out and I can show you how to do that.
So if, like mine, yours is corroded like this, as you try and undo the nut, the thread may come with it as well because they're seized. That's fine, that's not a problem, because that thread does go into the bottom of the tap. So that's not a problem. So here it is. So on the end of the bolt, you'll see that there's two marks here. Okay, there and there. Now, what could happen is if you try and get the bolt off and it's got wet over time and it's corroded, it might start cracking away. However, your first port of call is to buy one of these. Links again are at the bottom. And what that does is from the underside of the sink, you're putting that onto the bolt itself like that. And this one is an 11mm bolt like that. And it's just easier for access. And then you're undoing it in an anti-clockwise orientation. So what could happen is as you try and undo that nut, the thread comes with it, and you can see that's what's happening here. It's not a problem because the thread will pop out like that, and you can buy a new one to go into the bottom. Now, if you find that when you're trying to undo that nut, it starts cracking away, then you can put a flat screwdriver onto that groove on the end and cut it, which will undo it as well, undo the whole thread. Now, these little devices, this is a 10mm, they're perfect for going up and undoing in that kind of way. There is another type of design, which is a collar that tightens up onto the body. You'll see straight away. So these two, once you've got these undone and once you've taken off the flexi hose, you can take these away. So just quickly going through it. First of all, isolate, make sure that the tap is running empty. Turn both sides of the tap on, both hot and cold, and there's nothing coming out. You can then remove this flexi hose from the end of the hose from where the water's coming in. Take the tap away, then you're ready to replace the tap with a new one. Okay. So now you've taken the tap out, you've got this lovely hole in place here, and there you could just clean this up. So when you're putting the new tap in, it's nice and clean. Obviously, any old bits, metal bits, do recycle them, and then you're ready for the new tap to go in. This tap is slightly different. It's still got the braided hoses, but one of them marks red and blue, which is nice, so I know which one is hot and cold. If you don't know, there should be an indicator on it somewhere, or you may need to screw in a new one. This one that I've bought, the link again is at the bottom from Amazon. This one is slightly different from the one I took out, and this is the second type of connection, in which this is a hand connection. So this goes into the sink, and then this goes from the underside, and then tightens on. Okay. But let me show you how. So the first thing you need to do is to put this tap with this rubber and this little cover, put this inside, feed the hoses down in here like this. Once that's in there, you can then feed the tap in there like that. And there you go. Okay, and obviously the tap needs to be screwed into place, but that's basically it. And then you've got the cables are coming down there, so the cables then need to screw into that bit which I've taken off. Okay, so first things first, let's get the tap roughly in place, and then we can go from there. Let me put that in there, put it in there, like that, and then obviously I need to put the rubber one on first, metal after, and then tighten this up after that. Okay. So I've screwed that in now, that's pretty tight in there. I've just done that hand tight. Now what I've got is, if I zoom down, the two pipes coming out the bottom here, okay, the hot and the cold. So now you need to clamp those back on. So this tap here, you want to make sure you've got a rubber insert in there, because when you clamp anything into it, you want to make sure that that face there is squeezing onto that rubber bit there. In my instance, the tap already came with a connector, so this basically takes it from that side to that side, so I can then clamp it on. I'll show you how to do it for this connection, but in short, whenever for me, you're putting a water connection together where it's metal thread to metal thread, you want to put this PTFE tape in between the two. What this does is it acts as a bit more of a barrier so that the water doesn't kind of squeeze its way out of the thread itself. So I would do this both on this connection here and on this connection here, which goes in there, okay? Always put it onto the thread that's exposed. So in this case, it's this thread here. Yeah. What I'm going to do, it's very simple, is just tear off a bit of this tape like that. Don't need a huge amount of it. And then just try and wrap it around as much of the thread as you possibly can. Okay. It's really fine stuff. So you do have to spread it out a little bit and try and put it across all the threads there. Okay. So I think I'm pretty happy with that. And what I do there, I'll do it hand tight, but I'll also do this by tightening out by spanner. There you go, so that then squeezes into there. Okay, so there you go, you've got the PTFE thread between that metal thread of this one, the female, to this one, the male. Okay, and I'll be doing the same again for this connection here. Okay, going in here. All right. So now that you've got the end of the flexi hose and you're ready to install it, what you then do, depending on what you're tightening it onto, so I need to extend this flexi hose slightly to then get it onto the bottom there of my joint. So what you use, and the link again at the bottom is this PTFE tape. Wrap it around the external thread, maybe just once or twice if you want, and then all that does is when you tighten the two together, it basically takes up that space so you don't get any water leakage, and that is essential. Okay, so what you're looking to do now, I'm looking to do this, clamp it on here, and I'll show you afterwards what that looks like. The other thing to remember is make sure that you've got a rubber gasket on the inside there, because when that face clamps down onto that, you want it to bind into the rubber gasket. Okay, so there you go. Tap is working as expected. Now the thing to do is don't turn the tap on down here from the mains coming in until you've put both sides on. Okay, and the reason that's important is if you decide to open up one and you've still got the other one disconnected, if you turn the tap this way, the cold water will just flow up the tap and it will flow out of the tap and it will flow back out. Okay, so tighten it up. Sometimes if you're going into a rubber gasket, so on this one for example, you don't want to go too tight, but then turn it on. And what I've done, if I look over the other side, is just put a bit of tissue on there, leave it, because although visibly you might be able to not see any leaks, you just want to check that there's no leaks, so leave the tissue on. So there you go, and the tap is working as expected. Okay, I hope that's helped. Please do like, please subscribe, and any questions, please do ask. Thanks for watching.